Hey there, gamers. Welcome back to Banished Souls Cryptic Gaming here. So we are playing Skull and Bones, and we are just fresh out of this reset. And we wanted to take a little bit of time here to run some of these missions to see if the 30-minute refresh is working on the bounty board. And I am happy to say that it is. So we went ahead and we ran this set of missions that we have here. Let's bring it up, show you what we got. So we have Verse of Vengeance, Verse of Remorse. We still have Symphony Mortelle up there, and Silent Death. Of course, Fangs of Defera, Hunter and Hunted, and Blood Drunk. Of course, these four are the main ones that we're looking at. So we're going to be grinding these out to get those furnitures that drop and any kind of cosmetics we can get from it. And let me tell you, they are not making the drops easy. So it's nice that this is on a 30-minute refresh to bring that contract back in. So that's pretty awesome on that. Some new things in the server as well. You're going to see some of these same convoys. You'll see some new convoys coming up. You're going to see... I've noticed a couple more cutthroat cargoes seem to be spawning a little more often this week, at least at the first part of this new release, so we'll see if that holds true. Then, of course, is Tides of Terror, which is Lepest. He tends to spawn up over here near the, what's the name of this area here? The Return Fleet Bite. So that's where he seems to be spawning. We have seen him actually down in this vicinity too. That is just him out at the ocean's edge, shooting his mortars like he usually does. And, of course, the Blighted Bastion, which takes place at Dutchman Camp, that'll be returning here in a few weeks as well. So this thing does not have a contract to where you have to pick it up. It just pops up, so that's great. Now, when you come over to Yanita Nara, that is your black market liaison over here. Let's see what we've got this new over here within her missions. So we have the Overture of Havoc. We have Rhapsody Raids. This, of course, Fleet Supply Cargo. And, of course, Privateer Hunt. Now, there may be more stuff that pops up as we come into that as well. I did not see anything new in the black market. We can check that one more time just to make sure. So we still have the Summer Stash Chest. That is going to be something when that little summer event runs. It's going to run for 2 weeks. We can get the ice to get those chests. That'll be nice. I do recommend, if you're looking for dards, coronades, and things like that, to invest some of those 8 that you're stacking up into the legacy cache. I ended up dropping about 4 LaFleurs. I got about 3 sets of coronades out of there, and ended up getting a dard and several of those Black Prince armors as well. So very good option there if you're just looking for something to spend 8 on. Let's say you've come in here and you've already maxed out your upgrades on the ships you're going to upgrade. So that's something you can spend some of that on to get some of those in-game items that was in Season 1. So looking in here, I am seeing nothing new. I wasn't expecting to see any new stuff, but we did see some blueprints last season. Or I'm sorry, last week, not last season, but with the last update. Okay, and of course we want to check our blueprints when we get down here. Now, some of the cosmetics may or may not be new. It's not something I really look at a lot, so hard to determine on that. Here we go, blueprints. Looking like the same stuff we've had so far. We will continue to look down through here. You do have that Mine Spring Loader 3 that came out last week. I do recommend getting it if you want to use Mine Spring Loaders. It's better than the 2 that you opened in the past, so you might want to get that. You can also find that little Grace 2. That's going to be over at Three Brothers. Talk to the rogue out there, and he'll end up hooking you up with that blueprint. So we have sticky fuel stations. Most of this stuff we already own. This one I'm kind of looking at, seeing what we have owned in the blueprints. Then, of course, we still have Buccaneer's Oath and the Stormwoven Symphony. If you haven't got those, I do recommend that you pick both of those up. They're better than the armor that is released in the past. Stormwoven Symphony has an area of effect that does 6,000 damage to surrounding hostiles. 125 meter radius is what that does. Sends out a big sonic blast. It's pretty awesome. Then, of course, Buccaneer's Oath. That's going to give you that blood and gold. Destroying a target confers the blood and gold status on your ship, which increases the weapon's damage and armor by 25% for 30 seconds. And every time you sink a ship, it resets that 30 seconds. It doesn't compound upon the 25%, but it does reset the 30 seconds. So very cool to have that in there as well. Now we will come over here. I don't think there was any like really new stuff as far as. I believe this is all the same. This is where the guys are smacking each other, right? Yeah. So I'm not seeing any new areas opened up yet. Like I say, wasn't expecting it, but it doesn't hurt to double check. Refinery, definitely keep those things running if you're upgrading ships. You definitely are going to want to keep that running. So coming up here, I imagine that Summer Fiesta event is probably going to be located shipwright, just like the Dragon's Regatta was. Um, not really seeing anything new up there. We can bring it up to see if they're letting you upgrade ships any further. I would doubt it, but let us see. Yeah, so none of the level 6s are up there, so not a big deal. But yeah, convoys, that's the big thing. A lot of people were questioning about some of the convoys. And there was also some questions about, can we farm the events like we used to? Well, you don't have to farm those events like we used to, where you would hit it and then have to have the guy that's holding the contract exit out and then come back in to pick his crate up, get a couple shots, and head back out. You don't have to do that anymore. All you got to do now is everyone that's carrying a contract, when you go in, each time you complete it, one person is going to get their contract completed and take and turn that in, and it's going to refresh in 30 minutes. So by the time we finish a farming raid of, Verse of Remorse, Verse of Vengeance, Symphony Mortelle, and the Silent Death, by the time we finish the cycle of that, it's going to be reset again, and we will be grinding that out all this week. So if you're looking for a great gaming community to play along with, definitely send us a comment down below. We're going to get you a Discord invite for that. Let's see what we got here. So Argent Refrain, Sable Refrain. Looks like that is basically the same stuff. We're going to look see what we have. Hubok ship components. We're going to go ahead and turn those in. That'll get rid of that. That's great on that. So let's see if we can bring up some of these convoys. Now, they were popping like hotcakes earlier, but the Soleil Royale, that is been pretty common bouncing up in this game. There were a few more convoys running up. There's a couple that runs through here. I'm not seeing them right now, so we may have just missed them when we logged in to do the video. But yeah, so it's looking pretty good though. So one of the things we are also working on in our Discord community is we are building a guild for when the guild system releases in this game. We're getting a jump start on that, and that's going to be pretty awesome. We're building that up. We're going to be working on our formation, fleet formations, and stuff like that. So if that's a deeper element that you want to get in with this game, definitely let me know. We'll get you invited over and get you into our guild system. But we also have our casual gaming, which is set up as well. So very, very good stuff coming out of the community with that. We are working on our moderation system. I believe it's going to be a lot better than it has been in the past. With our moderators being able to help people from the new gamer to advanced gamers who are looking to set up farming raids. So if you're wanting to farm out La Peste, definitely let us know. We're going to get you joined in, and we'll get you squared away on how to join in those massive raids that we run. So very good stuff, guys. We will see you later. I hope you've enjoyed the content. If we see anything new in the game, we will let you know. I guess we could technically check out the store real quick to see what kind of releases we have. Now, we did get a new lemur. I guess we can bring that up and show you. That was from the Dragon Regatta event. Looks like we've got something called the Jester Fleet, the Jester Ship, Jester's Garb, the Lanny, the Jester, some kind of lemur. Actually, I kind of like that, the Dragon Wave. That's kind of cool. That one's okay. Dancing, you can do the robot dance, I guess, with your pirate. So some interesting things that they've got coming in. Of course, with our Smuggler Pass, we don't need anything out of it. We're not going to buy any of that stuff. So that's where we're sitting at, guys. It's looking pretty good. Now, we do have some of those Regatta Dragon marks we did not use. I was wondering if they would carry over into the Summer Fiesta and convert over to ice. Looks like you just basically give up on them if you didn't use them. So, yeah, we wasted those. Not a big deal. Let's see what our new little mascot looks like before we hop off of here. Okay, let us find this guy. Where are you at? Here we go. So it's called the Gold Bearer. He's wearing a little dragon outfit, that is what you got. If you ran all 3 of those Dragon Regatta missions and you completed them, you should have got him, because it was like 15,000 players were going to receive this. So wasn't a big thing to get that. We ran like 4 missions, ran them each one time, and then one of the other ones we ran twice to get those points, and that's what we got. So pretty cool little mascot there. Doesn't really add anything to your ship or anything like that. So I'm looking forward to eventually they will get that added back in. Now when you came in, you may have seen some mailbox mail. We've already checked ours, but we had a couple of things that gave us some sovereigns for something to do with warehouse, the warehouse being able to keep it full without, choking us down where we had too much stuff in the ship. Warehouse maintenance was like 80 sovereigns, so that was pretty cool to get that. There was a few other little things that was in there as well, so definitely check your mailbox when you get into the game, guys. And again, the bounty board, 30-minute refresh. Everything that I've done up here today has been a 30-minute refresh. Now when I say everything I've done, that's been the Verse Vengeance, Verse Remorse, Symphony Mortelle, Silent Death. I don't know about the Fangs for 100 and Hunted Blood Drunk. As far as I know, they're supposed to go to a 30-minute reset as well, so definitely have to keep an eye on that. But anyway, we're going to hop off here, guys. Y'all have a wonderful day.